Good morning, everybody. So today I am M.M.A Agrawal. I am here to introduce our platform, online platform, that is Edulux Rank Up Classes to you. And before I start what actually our platform is doing, as students and anybody who is seeing this video must be aware that in today's scenario, everything is going online. Whether you talk of food, whether you talk of shopping, whether you talk of the movies or the entertainment, everything is now available online. And some students or some parents, they think that the online coaching has started because the offline is not there today on account of corona, but it is not the fact. It is a need of the hour. And with time, what you will find that most of the education which our coming generations will go through, that will be through the online platform. Because in today's world, the time is running so fast that none of our young generation is able to make up to that 6 to 7 hours continuous sitting, either it is in schools or colleges or any institution, because the expenditures are going up and the incomes are coming down. So more or less, we will be following the pattern which you observe today in outside world, that the student at the age of 14 to 15, they start earning something for their own, to build up their own career, and they're the future deciders, what actually their goals are, what actually they want to achieve. And the government as well as the parents, they are just a supporting or a helping hand to them. So same scenario is going to come in India also very soon. So today, I will just come back to our company Edulux Rank Up Online Classes platform. So students, you might not be aware of this name earlier, but after establishing the entire setup and checking it thoroughly that it is working perfectly, and all the communications which we are doing today, they are reaching to the public the way we want, or it is the requirement of both of us today. तो वो दोनों चीज़ें पैरेलल हो रही हैं, सही हो रही हैं. उन सब चीज़ों को एंश्योर करने के बाद I am standing in front of you to tell you that our company is offering each and everything right from the scratch to the maximum which is required for any perfect learning on this from this particular platform. We are providing online sessions, we are providing recorded videos, we are providing the complete literature in the form of hard textbooks, so that no aspect whatsoever is getting covered either in the school exams or the board exams or the competitive exam is left untouched. So besides all this, the additional features our company which provides are the regular examinations, the regular tests, which we call as the Sunday test series. On every Sunday, you have the exams for the main subjects like physics, chemistry, mathematics, English, social studies. So these are the main subjects as far as your NTSC or any other good competitive level exam stands. तो सबसे पहले मैं आपसे रिक्वेस्ट करूंगा कि आप इस हमारी जो चैनल है उसे सब्सक्राइब करें. एंड व्हेन यू विल सब्सक्राइब, you will be getting more videos like this what I am presenting today in front of you. And do not forget to share what you have experienced or you will be experiencing with time with us to share with your friends and with your peer group. Secondly, to know more about us, like your fees structure or courses which we offer, because we offer the entire variety of courses, right from the class 9th to class 12th, as well as for all competitive exams like NEET or IIT or other regional engineering colleges exams or other good universities exams. And sooner or later we will be starting with the SET program also. So if you know about us, then please check the description box. You will get each and every details, minute to minute details from there, and the telephone number is given on the website in case anything which is left untouched. If you feel you are free or find free to call on that particular number, you will get the right feedback instantly. So I just want to have an interaction today with class 9th and 10th students, because as I have told that we are in the line of education and our sole purpose is to make this education available to each and every student, whether they are in the urban areas or they are in the rural areas. ठीक है, सभी तक ये एजुकेशन पहुँचे. तो the best point that the best education at the lowest price, that is only available with the Edulux. ठीक है, अगर आप इसकी कोर्स फीस देखेंगे डिस्क्रिप्शन बॉक्स में जाके, तो आप ये पाएंगे कि ये शायद आपके जो आप एक सब्जेक्ट का एक ट्यूशन भी किसी बहुत ही रिमोट एरिया में भी कहीं पे पढ़ने जाते हैं तो ये फीस उससे भी कम है. ठीक है, और जो कंटेंट आपको मिलता है और जो डिलीवरी आपको मिलती है एंड द टाइप ऑफ फैकल्टी, द बेस्ट फैकल्टी वी हैव प्रिकॉर्ड फ्रॉम ऑल ओवर इंडिया सो दैट यू गेट द बेस्ट. ठीक है, वो सारी जो एडिशनल एडवांटेजेस आपको मिल रही हैं, ठीक है, उसके सामने अगर आप उस कॉस्ट को कंपेयर करेंगे तो आप पाएंगे कि ये शायद कॉस्ट नहीं है. इट इज़ बेसिकली even less than the running cost which the company is bearing presently to run this platform. ठीक है, तो ये सब चीज़ें आप डिस्क्रिप्शन बॉक्स में जाइए, पूरा डिटेल देखिए, कोर्सेज देखिए, कंटेंट देखिए, जो स्टडी मटेरियल है हमारा उसको अगर आप प्रिक्योर करते हैं तो आप उससे काफ़ी आइडिया लगा लेंगे कि व्हाट बेसिकली वी आर डूइंग. और जब हमारे आप लाइव सेशन अटेंड करेंगे तो आप देखेंगे कि आई डोंट फील कि यू विल फाइंड एनी अदर रिक्वायरमेंट टू कंसल्ट आउटसाइड. मतलब जैसे होता है कि आपने एक बार किसी डॉक्टर से कंसल्ट किया, फिर आप किसी दूसरे डॉक्टर से सलाह लेने जाते हैं. तो वंस you join this Edulux rank up online classes platform, I don't feel you will have any such need in future. Anyway, just to demonstrate as to what we are going to do in the field of education, I will start with a very simple topic. The first topic in class 9th, and both class 9th and 10th students, they can go through it and give their comments. We will start with the very basic. The chapter name is motion. So let me introduce that chapter to you today and let us try to find out as to what the basic difference in the teaching which is going on presently. You must be sitting in some or the other school, or you must be associated with plenty of teachers, and you must be looking through many such online platforms today, and they are also giving you some or the other content related to this chapter. They must have given and they must have gone through them. Now let's see what basic difference is when we start with the topic like motion. It's a very important topic as far as your school exams or your NTSC exams or any other competitive exam is concerned, because the same topic is going to appear again when you will come to class 11th. And motion, the word motion, the moment we read this term, तो इस motion word को सुन के ऐसा feel होता है कि something is moving, some object is moving, means it is changing its position with time. So ये जो फील होता है और जो साइंस कहती है एक्चुअल में, तो व्हाट इज द बेसिक डिफरेंस? इफ समथिंग इज मूविंग, सो दैट मोशन विच यू फील दैट बॉडी पर्टिकुलर ऑब्जेक्ट और द बॉडी हैज, दैट मोशन, द परसेप्शन ऑफ मोशन कैन कम ओनली व्हेन you as an observer, you as an observer are standing at some point. This is suppose a fixed point, and this is the object which is under observation. Object under observation. So what do you find with time? तो आपने देखा कि at suppose at t is equal to 0, object was at position A, and after some time t, you find this object as a different position. So this is basically the two position vectors of this particle. One is at time t0, another is at time t. So let me mark these vectors as r1 and r2. Means I am introducing a term here vector. ठीक है, उसके बिना हम इस मोशन को नहीं समझ सकते. You find what a change in position. Change in position in terms of what? Position vector. And vector is defined with respect to a reference. So this is your reference basically. ये आपने एक reference लिया. And this reference generally the textbook says that you consider this reference as the point of intersection of the three axes. These are three mutually perpendicular axes x, y and z, and this is the point of intersection of these three, which we call as the origin. So generally we take the reference as the point of intersection of the three axes, and the instantaneous position of the object under observation, which I have written as A and B, they are termed as the position vectors of the object with respect to time. This is at t is equal to 0 and this is at t is equal to t, and after, let's say after time t dash, let the object is at c. Means as the time changes, you find that the position of the object is changing with respect to what? A reference. So if you do such an observation, you will definitely say that the object is in motion. So motion basically, we can say it is a relative term. It is relative. Motion is a relative term. It is always relative. Relative means it is with respect to something. It is with respect to a reference, with respect to a fixed point. So since we know that in this entire universe, nothing is at absolute rest. So we make an assumption that let us consider tree as a reference. ठीक है, and you are sitting on the tree, means you are an observer sitting on the tree and tree is fixed. This you assume, though you know that earth is also revolving about its own axis and simultaneously it is orbiting around the sun. So earth as such, as a body, it is also not at rest. But since you are also a part of the earth and the tree is also a part of the earth, so with respect to you, the tree is at rest. So first of all, when you say something is at rest, so that is at rest with respect to the observer. So if I say this is your tree and this is you, means with respect to the observer के respect में, with respect to observer, the tree is at rest. And with respect to tree, you are at rest. So first of all, you have defined the observation point to be at rest with respect to another observer who is sitting on that particular reference point. And then you observe an object whose position you find are changing with time. Then you claim that the object is at motion. So this is the actual meaning of the term motion. Now, बिफोर वी गो डीप इनटू इट, जैसे मैंने कहा कि हम यहाँ छोटे छोटे बेसिक्स की बात करेंगे, तो इट इज़ वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट नाउ बिकम्स फॉर अस टू अंडरस्टैंड एज टू व्हाट इज द बेसिक डिफरेंस बिटवीन द टर्म वेक्टर एंड अनदर टर्म विच यू मस्ट हैव कम अक्रॉस, दैट इज स्केलर. वेक्टर एंड स्केलर. So the definitions are very well defined, that those physical quantities which can be specified, which can be described only by their magnitudes, or the physical quantities which have only magnitudes. Like you talk of time, you talk of speed, you talk of distance. So these are all scalar. But if you talk of the term like velocity or a term like displacement or a term like acceleration or a term like force, these are all vectors. These are vector physical quantities, means in addition to the magnitude, they have a fixed direction. मीन्स यहाँ पे दो चीज़ें कम से कम आनी जरूरी हैं, ठीक है, मैग्नीट्यूड और डायरेक्शन. एंड तीसरा पॉइंट जो आप याद रखें, दैट मे नॉट बी गिवन इन योर टेक्स्ट बुक्स एवरीवेयर, दैट इज द क्वांटिटीज विच ओबेज, द फिजिकल क्वांटिटीज विच ओबेज लॉज ऑफ वेक्टर एडिशन. Vector addition means they have magnitude, direction, and simultaneously they must obey the laws of vector addition. If they are obeying the laws of vector addition, then definitely it will be claimed vector. Like if I give you an example, current. So current has both magnitude as well as direction, but current is a scalar. In spite of possessing two things, that is magnitude and direction, still we claim current as a scalar physical quantity. Why? Because it does not obey the laws of vector addition. So that's why I am giving you a complete definition of vector physical quantities. They are those physical quantities which have magnitude as well as direction, and they must obey the laws of vector addition. And scalars, these quantities can be specified only by their magnitudes, like time, speed, distance, etc. So similarly, as I have told you, if suppose it is very easy to understand a vector at this particular level, ठीक है, हम बहुत ज़्यादा इसकी डिटेलिंग नहीं करेंगे, बट सिंस वी आर टॉकिंग अबाउट द टर्म मोशन एंड विच इज़ अ रिलेटिव टर्म, मीन्स यू नीड टू स्पेसिफाई द पोजीशन ऑफ द ऑब्जेक्ट एट डिफरेंट इंस्टेंट्स ऑफ टाइम, एंड टू स्पेसिफाई द पोजीशन यू नीड अ पोजीशन वेक्टर. पोजीशन को स्पेसिफाई करने के लिए हमें एक टर्म चाहिएगी जिसको हम नाम देते हैं पोजीशन वेक्टर. तो देखते हैं कि इसको हम कैसे आसानी से समझ सकते हैं. तो इन मैथमेटिक्स all of you must have come across x and y axes, that is your xy plane. You all must have read about this. तो xy plane, मान लीजिए मैंने ये xy plane बनाया, this is your x axis, this is your y axis, and this is the point of intersection जो हमने बोला कि हम इसको origin मानेंगे, and this is your reference. Suppose this is my reference, the observer is sitting at point O, and with respect to O, the observer is at rest. So let's say the object under observation is at A and its coordinate is, let's say x1, y1. It can be 2, 3, it can be 2, 4, it can be 3, 4, anything it can be. So let us say an arbitrary coordinate x1, y1. So this particle is at A at time t0, and the same particle reaches to B, and let's say the coordinate of this point are x2, y2. Is that clear? This is at time t is equal to t. So this observer is finding a change in the position because there is a change in the coordinates. क्योंकि उसे coordinates में बदलाव नजर आ रहा है, तो वो definitely ये claim करेगा जो observer O पे बैठा है कि ये जो object है ये motion में है. ठीक है? As the coordinates are changing, or you can say the position vector, that is initially at time 0 the position vector was r1, and at time t is equal to t the position vector is r2. So this position vector has changed. So how much the change? So change you can obtain by joining A to B. तो जब आप A को B से join करते हैं तो you don't know as to what is the actual path which has been taken up by the particle in going from A to B. आपको ये तो मालूम नहीं है कि A से B पार्टिकल ऐसे ऐसे करके गया था, या ऐसे गया था, या ऐसे गया था, या ऐसे गया था. यू डोंट नो अबाउट दिस पाथ. मालूम नहीं है ना. You know only the two positions, you know only the two position vectors of the particle at time t0 and t is equal to t, but you are not aware of the actual path. So this actual path, suppose I say that the particle has followed this path 1, this zigzag path, this path. So if you calculate the total path length, then that is called the distance covered. तो इसको हम कहते हैं actual path length को, actual path length. that is length of the actual path taken up by the particle, that is equal to the distance covered. So you can see from this figure कि अगर पार्टिकल A से B इस zigzag पाथ के along जाता है तो डिस्टेंस कवर्ड या टोटल पाथ लेंथ विल बी डिफरेंट इफ द पार्टिकल हैड गॉन डायरेक्टली फ्रॉम A टू B, वो डिफरेंट आएगी. अगर वो पाथ 2 अडॉप्ट करता तो भी पाथ लेंथ इस पाथ लेंथ से डिफरेंट आती. अगर वो पाथ 3 अडॉप्ट करता तो भी पाथ लेंथ इन दोनों पाथ से अलग आती. मीन्स द पाथ लेंथ कैन वेरी. तो आप ये कह सकते हैं कि जो एक्चुअल पाथ लेंथ है, ठीक है, दैट कैन वेरी. बट वॉट कैन नॉट वेरी हियर, कोई ऐसी भी चीज है जो वेरी नहीं हो सकती है. एंड वॉट इज दैट? दिस शॉर्टेस्ट डिस्टेंस बिटवीन ए एंड बी. The shortest distance between A and B will never change. Whether you follow first path or second path or third path or fourth path, whatever path you adopt, this distance between A and B is not going to change. The distance between A and B will remain same. तो जो चीज सेम रहे, says it is going to remain same. So this is called the displacement. इसको दूसरी भाषा में हम शॉर्टेस्ट डिस्टेंस भी कहते हैं. शॉर्टेस्ट डिस्टेंस बिटवीन द टू पोजीशंस. शॉर्टेस्ट डिस्टेंस बिटवीन द टू पोजीशंस, इससे छोटी दूरी नहीं हो सकती. इसका मतलब यह हुआ कि डिस्प्लेसमेंट is less than distance, or it can be equal to excuse me just for 2 minutes.